Hi everyone, Jim here. I'm just going to show you real quick in this video how I mounted my 32-inch light bar to the airfoil on my 2004 Xterra. This airfoil I think is only for the 1.5 gen. I think you guys with the first gen have a different airfoil from what I remember. And a lot of guys, they take a different size light bar and they can mount it to the factory tabs that go to the roof rails. But I didn't really think about that. I just kind of bought this light bar and I was hoping to go from there. I originally had a B&M light bar. Hey, remember those things? On here with some Pep Boy lights. Those all died. And I didn't really measure right, thinking that this light bar would fit on that bar, which it could not. So I had to kind of come up with an audible here. So I was taking the airfoil. Then of course, if you mount it here, you know, it's a little not as sturdy, and then up here, you know, same thing. But down here is different. It's actually very sturdy down here, because if you pop these off, oh, and by the way, I think these are a T30 Torx. If you do not have the factory roof rack tool, and for those of you who don't know where that is, if you still have your factory spare tire change kit in the back, it's in there. I just keep mine in my glove box because I don't have that anymore. But essentially what I did was, you know, you pop this off, and if you take it off and you flip it over, you see that this part right here, it's kind of, you know, kind of flat. There's actually ribs under here. So this isn't just a flimsy plastic airfoil. There's actually ribs that go across here, and they kind of touch the roof of the Xterra, so it's actually a really solid base. And then of course you have the seal here, which actually kind of goes in about 1/4 inch. So what I kind of did was the best I could, I'm sorry about that, the best I could was I measured in about 5 1/4 inches in, and 1.5 1.25 inches up to kind of get the holes. And then this is, mind you, this is a 32-inch light bar. So that's kind of how I did it. I'm sure if you measure it to the nearest 1/8 inch, it's off somewhere. But for what it is, it's pretty center. Looks good. If you notice, I kind of have the wire just kind of lazily running up in there, but existing wiring, so really I didn't have to do any normal wiring. If you want to look into wiring a light bar, there's a million threads on this website for that, so I won't bore you with that. But essentially how I have it wired, if you're curious, is it goes up, you know, then my existing B&M, there's a hole I drilled here in silicone many years ago, still sealed, thank God. Then of course it runs down the A-pillar, then it goes on the dash, and it goes in the battery, fuses, yada yada yada, relays. But yeah, this video is just made to show you how I did it. And of course, factory hardware is here. Comes with a light bar, of course. And then what they didn't give me is they didn't give me washers. Now here, you don't really need a washer because the nut is supposed to sit in here, which is nice because you don't have to worry about the nut spinning when you're, you know, mind you, this is all off the truck. I recommend you do this when it's off the truck, because if you try to drill in here, you will drill through your roof, and you will not be happy with yourself. But when you have it off, the light bar is not that heavy, this particular one, so I just kind of held it up there and cranked it on. So I used an oversized washer, which helps it, of course, you know, stay stable. And don't forget you're cranking on plastic, so the tighter you go, it'll kind of work the plastic a little bit. So yeah, a washer's pretty good. But yeah, like I said, you have these ribs that go across, and it's very sturdy. Everyone was wondering, you know, how sturdy it would be, because I told everyone that, hey, I was actually going to put it on my airfoil, and they thought, oh, it's going to flip-flop, you know. Not this one, you know. I'm sure a tree it went will rip this off, because it almost ripped off my wipers, but I'm happy with it right now. So that's that. Apologize if I ramble too much, but that is how you put a 32-inch light bar on a Xterra airfoil. Thank you.